Excellent. Our first mission was a success. Hey, lots more. So, lots of tests for the R&D department. So we can test the parachute and flight over Kerbin. That's pretty simple. We'll test that. Landed on Kerbin, I just have to test the Sepratron. So that's pretty simple. So yeah, that's easy enough. Test the liquid fuel engine while landed. Also seems simple enough. Perfect. So we'll do these ones first. These are mostly ground tests, so we'll do some ground testing. And then while we are in the air, we'll do some other testing. Contract complete. And launch confirmed. Perfect. Got some good information there. Contracts. We're gonna do the anyone's first. Sepratron landed at Kerbin. Liquid fuel engine landed at Kerbin. Okay, so let's make our test vehicles here. Should be pretty simple to test. We will go ahead and use a new one here. I don't think we'll even need a pilot for these tests. What decoupler do we need to use in the contract? Test. Solid fluid booster, landing on Kerbin. Test the Sepratron 1. Interesting. We actually don't have the Sepratron 1. Interesting. And also the RT-10 solid fuel booster. That I think we do have. Yeah, we just tested that. But we have to test that while flying. So it looks like actually our next mission will be flying. No, wait, LT-45 liquid fuel engine. That one. So let's just put a little bit of fuel and our little liquid fuel engine here to test it out. This is liquid engine test. Perfect. We'll even equip a parachute. Wait, there's another science thing here? When did I get a new science thing? The Mr. Goo containment unit. That's fantastic. More science. I don't think this will actually work. I think I need someone on board to actually operate the thing. But we will see very shortly, won't we? What am I looking for? Parachute. Where's our radial-mounted parachute? I thought I picked one up. Must have been a not truity. There we go. Little parachute stuck on the top. Go ahead and add another stage. Okay. Liquid engine test. It won't be controllable. It looks like we're gonna have to put a person on it after all. Kind of interesting. That increases the cost of this test significantly. But I suppose while we're flying, we might as well test some other things. Flying over Kerbin at an altitude... Oh, at a really high altitude, actually. Well, we'll run this very basic test here. And hope we don't die. Pretty simple. Throttle up. Check a look at the contracts. Test. Liquid fuel engine. Correct. And go. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Throttle down. Throttle down. Oh! Shoot! The test, however, was a success. Despite how horribly that went. Making a note here, huge success. Contract complete. Excellent. Perfect. Let's recover the pod. Right. Don't think we need a crew report. Let's go ahead and recover the vessel. Wish we could get back some more of the equipment. Plus 10 science. Or now I have a total of 10 science. And additional reputation. Alright, this next one we are shooting high. In fact, so high, I'm even going to take the altitude record and escape the atmosphere. This is going to be this is going to be a big mission. I'm putting all my eggs in a basket here. Let's go ahead and get a new one here. Autosave ship, contain locks or invalid parts. Let's go ahead and delete that one. Don't really want that one. Let's take the curb one, load it up here. Here we are, our first basic space ship. Now let's do a little more. Let's make it a little better, shall we? So the first thing we're going to do. Oh, there's the Sepratron one. Okay, so it will separate things. It's a little separator rocket. It's experimental. Oh, so things are marked experimental until we've tested them. Interesting. In fact, I'm pretty sure we're down... Oh, no, but we already tested that engine. Interesting. Okay. So, things that we want to put on. We have the Communicatron. We want a mystery goo containment unit. Because the mystery goo is actually very important. It will allow us to do more science while we're spacing. So, directly under this, we will put a stack decoupler. So that when we're ready to drop, it will just be dropping this and this only, and not with a heavy piece under it. Which, as we learned, is really annoying. Liquid fuel tank. Liquid fuel engine. We'll add another stack decoupler. And then a solid fuel booster. And let's go ahead and attach some more solid fuel boosters to the bottom here. Alright. Interesting. Interesting design. So these 5 boosters will go off, then they will drop off, then this booster will fire, and it will continue firing until I detach, or until it runs out of fuel, or until I detach it here. Perfect. Let's put some winglets on it to help control stability. Great. Feeling a little more stable now. Music is very loud. Okay. Preparing to launch. I think we're all set. Not sure if we need anything else. Do we want to put anything else on here? I think this is good for our first attempt of breaking atmosphere. I'm not sure if it'll actually work, but we will see. So this is Curb 2. Go ahead and save and prepare for launch. Alright, this is a very important mission. Extremely important. The fate of the Kerbal Space Program rests here. Well, actually, we have some funds in backup. Let's get the notes here, and we'll see what kind of interesting things that we are able to do. We're not going to be able to test the Sepratron, but we may be able to test the rest of this. So let's begin. Throttle up. We are at full throttle. Ready to launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff. Our rockets are beginning to overheat. This may be a problem. I actually don't think it'll be a problem. I think we're going to detach here before it gets to be a problem. Solid fuel boosters are away. And our small pod is launching. We are still climbing and accelerating. Plenty of liquid fuel still. 20,000. Still have fuel. We are still accelerating. Several thousand meters a second. 30,000. We're going to break the atmosphere. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to leave the planet. The engines are down. We are slowing down, but we have officially broken the atmosphere. Here we are. Let's do a quick crew report. Upper atmosphere. Transmit the data. Perfect. Let's do another crew report while we're out here. While in space near Kerbin. We're going to keep this data. We are also going to observe the mystery goo here. Perfect. We'll keep that data. Here we are flying. Let's go ahead and check the map. Perfect. Alright, we are going to reach a total of 288,000 meters above Kerbin. We have escaped the atmosphere and we have reached 2200. Is there anything else we can test? No, not at this point. We are doing well though. Let's return to this view. We're actually going to go ahead and do a spacewalk. Real quick, just hanging on the outside. Let's go ahead and have him do a report while he's out there. And let's go ahead and reboard. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and detach this piece. So the reason why it's floating like that is because we detached it, so it is going slightly slower than we are. So it should start falling back to Kerbin faster than we do. We are decelerating, as you can see down here, and very soon we will reach the apex of our arc and begin falling back down towards the space program center right here. Sort the mystery goo. Anything new? No, this is one we already have. So we will begin to fast forward, and we are beginning to descend at 70 and 60,000 meters, and entering the atmosphere. You'll begin to see a fire trail. Ah, we're over the mountains. We seem to have varied slightly. We are falling very fast as we hit the atmosphere. We'll quickly deploy the parachute. Observe the Mr. Goo while flying in the air here. Keep the data. I hope the parachute will know to deploy in time because we are very high up in the mountains and we will probably land beforehand. Hopefully this will not cause a disaster. Luckily we seem to be slightly not over the mountains. There we go. Parachute deployed. Hopefully the landing will be good. They want us to test the parachute really high up and going really fast, so I'm not entirely sure why they want us to do that. But we did complete 2 new mesh records. We escaped the atmosphere and we've set the new altitude record. We'll go ahead and fast forward this a bit. As we approach the ground. Perfect. A perfect landing. Excellent work. We'll go ahead and recover the vessel. Boom. Lots of new science. 5, 8, 10, 7, 8. We're up to 66 science with 38 learned on that mission. We were able to recover a good amount of funds, including the command pod, the parachutes, the communicatron, the 2 mystery goo containment units, which is very valuable, and some monopropellant. Perfect. So our funds are now growing each time. And Jebediah Kerman is back, increasing our reputation even further into the green. Perfect. We've completed some new contracts. We've now gone to